Hi guys, I'm JoJo Savard.com and I am the fairy of the stars. The million-dollar questions in the news these days is Oscar Pistorius, born November 22nd, 1986 at 10:30 in the morning, guilty of murdering his beautiful model girlfriend, Reeva Steenkamp, born on August 19, 1983. Well, I looked at their charts closely and here are my thoughts. Astrology is a very old science. It gives us the blueprint of person's lives, potential destiny and behavior, and it can tell us quite a bit about the truth in these matters. When I look at Oscar's chart, well, he is an intense Scorpio with Aquarius rising, which, by the way, rules the lower part of the legs. That was not very well aspected when he was born. His Chinese sign, fiery tiger. That means a temper. Birth vibration, 3, lucky in life. His moon is in Leo. He really likes to shine. His Mars in Aquarius, opposite the moon in Leo and in the relationship. So there's a duality there. His Venus, planet of love, is in Scorpio. His badly aspected Venus, Pluto, Mercury, all in Scorpio, show a strong, hidden, continuous inner turmoil. So in a way, he wears a mask. But what goes inside, nobody ever knows. He hides it. He's like a volcano. His girlfriend, Reeva, is a glamorous Leo, which attracts Oscar's moon, of course, in Leo. And her Chinese sign is a seductive rat with a passionate Mars in Leo. Fatal attraction. She's very, very smart, and she has an independent moon in Capricorn. She knows what she wants and she gets it. But she also has a controlling Venus in Virgo, badly aspected to Oscar's Venus and Pluto in his chart. Oscar is a domineering, powerful Plutonian type in astrology, and Reeva is a magnetic, seductive solar type. I can say that this definitely was a karmic relationship. They have known each other many times in many past lives, and both of them have the same birth vibration 3, lucky in life, and that's a synchronicity. The relationship was based really strongly on a very strong memory, spiritual, physical attraction somehow, but they had a direct competition emotionally and intellectually. In short, I can say that his very insecure way of looking at love, Oscar, that is, wanted to possess Reeva in all possible ways. But being her, quite independent and free-spirited with her Mars and Leo, she would not let him. She made it a little bit hard for the chase. Plus, I do suspect, psychically, because I am a psychic, that there was another potential guy in the picture. We don't know exactly what that is, but Oscar sort of knew about it, and it did make him very disturbed. Let's look at Oscar's fascinating background. How did he become a rich and famous superstar as a disabled Olympic super champion runner after such a challenging youth? And how did he get this terrible place where he is now? How did he create and manifest this in his life for Valentine's Day in 2013? Well, let's look at his chart. He was born almost disabled. Right away when he was a baby, he had his lower legs cut down. He also lost his father very young, around 6, after a very sort of bitter divorce. And he also lost his mom very young. She died when he was 15 years old only, after a very simple operation. And it had a very strong aspect on him. And in his chart, you could see Saturn. When his dad and his mom, somehow he lost them, it was very strongly expected. And I'll tell you why that's important. Strangely enough, it is after his mother's passing away that he decided to become a runner. Right after her death. Why? Did you know that Oscar has a tattoo on his arms, inner arms, of his mother's date of birth and date of death? What was he running after exactly? Maybe he was running after the recognition and the love that he never had. But what was he running away from? That's the question. Obviously, his deep, heavy, suppressed, very sad, very painful, inner hidden emotions from his very difficult childhood. He could never share that with anyone. That's why he created a mask. And it created, in my view, some kind of whiny victim complex. And that's hard to live with. So looking at his chart, I have to admit I almost cried. And my heart really goes to him because that was tough. Let's remember that all human beings, we all have faults. And we have strengths and we have shadows. But in soul, we are perfect. We should never judge anyone, and what we see in other people is always a reflection of who we are, and it helps us to grow. We all are one humanity, and our job on this beautiful planet is just to love and help each other. That's the way I see it. And I could go on the details of his chart, but it is clear to me that on Valentine's night, Oscar, very frustrated, very hurt, and crazy somehow, did kill his beautiful girlfriend in a moment of rage. The volcano exploded after many, many years and a lifetime of holding inside immense suppressed emotions that hurt too much. And that night, that was it. That night, also, Saturn hit his chart, as it did when his mom and dad was a loss in his life. So in my opinion, as an astrologer, and I'm sure as many other astrologers have suggested, he just exploded. That's it. Enough is enough. And it happens. And I feel it was all about, if I can't get you, no one will. Yes, it was a crime of passion, in my opinion. His ruler, strongly, badly aspected Pluto, had enough. And he exploded like a meteor and killed his feisty, resisting Venus, Reeva. Simple. Yes, this was indeed a crime of passion. Legal people, they could go on, and the media could go on, and I wish they could reach us astrologers, so we could give them and provide them with the true insight of the incredible science of astrology. My God, they would lose so much less energy. They would be able to just get another point of view, a spiritual point of view. So what happens with Oscar now? Well, these two beautiful souls, our brothers and sisters, spiritually did choose to live this experience for whatever spiritual reason. And in life, everything is always for the better good. In her chart, I feel very strongly that she was ready to go back home in the beautiful arms of God and the universe. And Oscar, well, he can finally, after many lives, choose to be, in this lifetime, a real hero. Which he was, by the way, as a runner, and fighting also for the disabled's right to compete. But he could be a hero so much more now by inspiring, hurting young children all over the world to get help when they're in pain, not to keep it inside. And maybe all of us, we could do something about it. And maybe everyone should rethink, because of this incredible story, the whole idea of gun owning, which he was addicted, by the way. So my message to this tormented but very beautiful, amazing soul is, only the truth will set him free at last. By telling the truth, he will set himself and Reeva free, and honor the pain of her parents. I believe with all my heart that he won't be able to help it, and he will. Is prison in the stars for him? Well, Saturn and Pluto, badly expected in the next many years for him, says oof, most probably. But the way I see it, in this case, however, I would so much prefer if he was put in a safe institute for mentally disturbed people, where he could heal his very deeply wounded emotions and get the help and love and the healing he so richly deserves as a human being, and never had. He never had it. He deserves that society gives it to him. And I believe that compassion and love are the greatest healings, the greatest healers. So let's wish him love and healing. And of course, if you're in the media, there are tons of wonderful professional astrologers everywhere in the world, in your country, in your neighborhood. Why don't you reach to us, invite us to share with you our perception, our opinion, and our views, our insights about people and events that go on in the world each day. Try us. You won't be sorry. You will be richer for it. And I think it's time that the news, you know, get another point of view from the soul for your people who listen to you. Love you and kiss you. It's me, JoJo, Savard.com, Fairy of the Stars. Bye.
Tell me, JoJo Astro